Hello and welcome to the Ravensburger Games YouTube channel. My name is Sam, and today we are going to be talking about an interesting topic. I feel like this one has a lot of different opinions surrounding it, and it is the question of, should you let the people that you are teaching a board game to win the game? And this is really for the teachers out there, the people that are actually going to be teaching other people board games. So in my gaming group, I am the main teacher. I'm the person that teaches, all of my friends their games. And one thing that I noticed is that I have a couple of different groups, and some of them now I don't care. I'll win the first game. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, if I do, I do, right? And others, I am a little bit more careful to teach and then win. And the reason why I think that I came to this conclusion is from a couple of different personal experiences and stories. And I think that while thinking about those experiences and stories, I came up with 5 reasons why you might want to try this approach the next time you are teaching a game. The first one is that for me, this will boost confidence and be encouraging to the players. One thing that is very, very good is to increase that confidence of those that you are teaching a board game to. One thing that I think a lot of people dread about playing a board game when they're being taught it is that they are not able to understand fully the rules. They are not able to put together a strong strategy for the game, and sometimes they feel, not very good or not very smart. And a lot of people won't just sign up willingly to look like a fool in their eyes. And so one of the things that I love about allowing or letting players that you're teaching win is that this actually boosts the confidence quite a bit of those players learning the game. And number 2 is that I believe that this actually helps with learning. The reason why is that not necessarily them winning is them helping with learning, but it's more of their retainment of what they learned will be better if they take the win as well, because they will be thinking, okay, maybe I did some of those things right. Some of those actions that I was making were actually strategic. They were what I needed to be doing to win the game. And so it does help with learning, because what I believe is that it helps instill those things that you taught to them, which is very, very important, as you probably know as the teacher of your groups. All right, so number 3 is that this creates positive associations. One thing that I don't ever want to do is invite people to game night, teach them a game, and leave them with a bad experience. That's the first off thing. And unfortunately, there is not really a way, there's no sure way to prevent this, but there are things that we can do to help. And one thing that I believe does help is not annihilating your friends at the game. In fact, maybe even go the extra mile and help them win potentially, or at least give them some strategic advice. What this will do is it will create a positive association with that game night. When they think about it, they're going to think, oh, I won that game. That was a really good time. That was a really, really great time. And I don't want this to turn into you have to win in order to have a good time. But I am still going to be bringing up these as, arguments for why this could be a good thing. Okay, so the 4th one is that it promotes a welcoming game culture. Imagine that you invite a friend to a group, and you guys have an established group and you game very often. And every time you invite this friend over, it's always one of you that wins, and they never win the game because they might just be less experienced at said game. At some point in those early teaches that you were giving them, I think that letting them win, giving them an opportunity, a good chance to win is great, because I feel like they will want to return sooner. And also they will probably enjoy that experience quite a bit more. In my opinion, this actually creates a really nice, welcoming and friendly game culture, even if you have an established group of people, to allow someone to kind of come in and win. It really does help kind of instill that. My last one, and I think to me, this is honestly the most important one, it will encourage future play. There are times in which people don't do really well with losing, and maybe it was just a bad day, maybe it's just common, but if they get that win, sometimes that can help them know how it feels to lose a little bit easier when they do it later, or at least it maybe won't feel as bad when they lose. I feel like something that we kind of forget is that we play a lot of board games. So we win, we lose, all of it. But some people, this might be the only game they play that week, that month, that year. And so that kind of different level is something that we want to keep in mind of in the game industry. Kind of a story that I wanted to tell you really quick before we wrap up is there was a time in which I was playing a board game. I taught the board game to my friends, and the whole time I was just thinking, like, every single move that they were making, I was thinking the whole time, like, oh, they did that because they were trying to cut me out of the game, or they were trying to do this because they didn't want me to win. They didn't want me to do this. They didn't want me to do this. And I think it came to the end of the game, and in my head, I genuinely thought I was going to be losing this game. But I ended up winning. And I can't tell you how bad it felt, because I had just taught, two of these people this game. I'm just like thinking in my head, like, they're totally messing up my strategy on purpose, like all this stuff. And then I end up winning at the end. And it's just because, like, I have so much more knowledge of this game. And a lot of those actions they were doing, they had no clue that they were actually harming me all that much. And so that experience really helped me to start leaning more towards, like, there is merit in allowing some room for those that you teach to win. Now that we're here at the end of the video, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think that allowing somebody to win the game in their teaching game is okay? Or do you think this is detrimental? Like, what are your thoughts? I want to hear all of your thoughts down below. Definitely leave them because I'm very, very curious. But I hope you enjoyed this discussion video. If you enjoy these types of discussion videos, please like the video as well as comment down below if you want to see more content like this on the channel. But hey, that is it for today's video. I will go ahead and see you next time. Bye-bye.